Hello knockouts, TonyaTko here, and right now I'm just doing a really quick update video just to let you guys know what's going on. I realized that I hadn't made a new video in quite some time. Well, since I've been back in New York, I'd only made one video, and I've been here maybe for about a month, so I'm a few videos behind. And though I don't have anything to say, I just wanted to make a video real quick and just do an update. Right now, I'm not sure if you can tell from my face or whatnot, but I'm not bursting over in jubilation and joy. I have a lot of things on my mind. And so that's part of the reason that I didn't really want to record a video. There were some times that I did. I was like, oh, I want to make a video about this and that, but I've just been really laser focused on getting things done behind the scenes. Oh my goodness, you know what? I have to do an official video because I've crossed 100,000 subscribers, and so now I have access to the large studio at the YouTube space in Los Angeles, so I can start recording the show. I've realized some things. You know, this trip that I went on in Latin America, it really opened up something inside of me. What it opened up, I don't really fully know truly all that it's opened up inside of me. I know some of the things and some of the new perspectives, etc., that I've gained. I know that, you know, it was like when I hit my lowest on my trip, and it's like something just cracked wide open inside of me, and I came to some realizations about some things that I've been holding on to. Speaking of holding on to, oh my goodness, I realize now that I'm back in New York because even just being back in New York, some of the weight that I picked up, you know, has been dropping off. I need to get out and exercise more. I'm out here at the park doing some walking this morning. I've had some issues. Like, remember when I was in Mexico and my lower back was hurting and I really couldn't move, etc. And then I came back and things were cool. And then like last week I started getting like some sciatic pain down one of my legs. It's like really crazy. Like my body is telling me something. I'm not sure what it's telling me, but I'm definitely going to stay on top of that. I'm going to go get some acupuncture. You know, I'm in New York. We have a really great Chinatown with a lot of ancient Chinese healers, etc. So I'm going to go get some acupuncture, and I'm going to go get some workups done on the inside, etc. But like I was saying, you know, I crossed over 100,000 subscribers, so I need to make an official video thanking everyone who's been here for me and been with me along this journey, along this ride, along this adventure. So thank you all so very much. It's been 8 years. 8 years. I need to do an official video because I want the title to be like 100,000 subscribers. I want to do a dance. I want my energy to be high. I want to be uplifted. I want to be, you know. But I was like, you know, I came out this morning, I was like, look, I brought my camera with me. I was like, look, let me just make this video, make a video, do something, say hello, something. Anything is better than silence. So, ooh, bees are around here. I'm near a pond right now, so a lot of wildlife out here. But you know, I don't know. I don't know where my sadness is coming from on the inside. Well, you know what? I know what is sparking some of my sadness. There's some things about myself that I've had to confront. Them, you know, it's like, you know, when I'm at the point where my attention, you know, I always talk about not turning away from the ugly parts on the inside of you, that the parts that you want to turn away from are actually the parts that need your attention and need your love and need your glare, so that you can really peer into those things and really peel back the layers and see what's going on in there. And I've recently, you know, I'm back in New York, so I don't know, I don't even know how to say this, but I've turned my attention to some things about the way that I was raised, which is making me question a lot of different things. You know, it's like when you're raised in an environment where you think that things are normal, and then you go out into the world and you perpetuate these things, or you attract more of these things, or you resonate with these things just because it feels normal. You know, at some point you gotta take a look and see how much of this is truth. And I'm realizing that there are some things about the way I was raised, which I thought was truth, which I have come to realize is a lie, and some things that may not even be healthy going forward, like some things that really need to be worked through, glared at, peered at, and really shine some attention and some light on, and maybe make some changes behind the scenes of just what it is that I allow or do not allow myself to any longer come into contact with, and then how do you navigate that? You know, life is so short. It's so short, and life is so different than I thought life was going to be. I thought when I became an adult there would be, I don't know, I thought when I became an adult that there was going to be that something was going to happen and all the pieces were going to fit, or I'd make the pieces fit and I'd be able to go forward and yeah, but I've become an adult and the pieces, they don't fit. The pieces still don't fit. And it's like, life is not what I thought it was going to be. And some of you may have noticed that I've been putting up videos recently of some of my old videos, clipped up, some of the best clips, because I've been coming up with my demo reel, redoing the look of the TonyaTko show, and so there was one video in particular that I'd love to reference now about how, you know, you can't wait for happiness, because it's like, you know what, it's like, I don't know, you know, I don't know, I don't know if, I don't know if you guys know that I'm a real person that lives in the real world, and that I'm a human being, and like the stuff that I talk about is not figurative, this is literal, and these are things that have happened to me, real things. And so, you know, it's like I made that video where I was like, I can't wait for happiness to be something that exists in the future, which is contingent upon some other string of actions, so that when such and such happens, then I'll be happy, right? I've realized that, well, I've realized that life is really not about, it's like, you know, because at this point, I'm 40 years old, halfway through my life. And it's like, I'm coming to the realization that it's not about the finish line. It's about all this stuff that happens in between when you're born and between when you die. Like even the reaching towards your goals. I'm sorry, I don't know why I feel emotional. I'm not letting any tear come out, because that's not what this video is about. No tear shall leak from my eye today. No tear. So listen, it's like I realized that it's not about the finish line. It's about all of the stuff that makes up all of this in between. So it's like you spend so much time, and even me, even after I made that video 3 years ago, even me, I've been like, oh, I need to get to 100,000 subscribers so I can film my talk show. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I'm going to film my talk show. Here it is. I've passed 100,000 subscribers. And things are still not in place. Things are still not in place. And it's like, you know what? It's like, I realized that there's no ticker tape parade that happens. There's no balloons that fly up in the air. Balloons have to be blown up and the papers have to be cut for the ticker tape. And none of that happens by chance. It's like we have to do it. You gotta blow up the balloons or hire someone to get the balloons or create a plan for the balloons or the ticker tape. You have to organize the different floats that will come by. You have to close off the street. You have to send out the notices to the people. It's like somebody has to do that. It's like when you think about when you were a child and you had a birthday party, it was like someone had to organize that. Someone had to buy the cake. Someone had to send out the invitations. Someone had to do something. And it's like, I think that when we become adults, we take for granted all of the things that existed and were put into place there for us that just seemed like surprise, or it happened. Like I passed 100,000 subscribers and no streamers fell from the sky. It's like no horns started blaring and no one walked up with a trumpet behind me or a trombone and the drums and the street parade, and none of that happened. I just passed it. And it was like an ordinary day. And it's like, it's up to us. It's up to us to make life extraordinary. It's up to us to celebrate. It's like, you know, I see so many people on Facebook, on Twitter, in life, who are like, oh, it's my birthday, it's just another day. And it's like, you know what, when someone was planning your parties, it wasn't just another day, it was a celebration. But then when you become assigned with celebrating your birthday, you don't do it, then you wait maybe for you to have some kids, for you to celebrate their birthday for them, and then when they grow older, what happens? And they don't celebrate, and it's like, so it's like for my 100,000, I gotta celebrate. I have to organize something. I have to do something to celebrate. Otherwise, it won't get celebrated. And so I'm gonna do that. I mean, I think I'm gonna have a meetup in New York, and it's like, I've been talking about this meetup, but what's happened is there's no meetup. It's like, I gotta schedule the date. I gotta send out the invites to the mailing list. I have to go back and forth and have to get the location. Well, I already know where I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it at the YouTube space here in New York. But it's like, it requires a concerted effort. And so it's like, life is different than I thought it was gonna be. It's different. And I realized that now, even with my show, it's like, I've been waiting for some network to come and pick me up. And I realized that I can't wait any longer. It's like, while I'm sitting here waiting for somebody else to make my dreams come true, it's like, you know, it's like, it's so weird. It's so weird because it was like, I was sitting up there in TKO Skin every day, making lotions, doing this, doing that, making videos when I could, because I was so busy with TKO Skin and so busy with all this other stuff. And I was like praying for someone to come down and save me. Not save me, but come and discover me. Because like, you see these stories of people who were like just, they put up a video and it went viral, and now all of a sudden people discovered them, and then I have a reality show, and they offered a talk show and all this, that, and the other. Excuse me, it's like there's a plane passing over. So many bugs over here. And it's like, one thing I'll say is, wow, there's like so many birds. I wish you could see all the birds that are flying. It's It was like a swarm of them. Look, look. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. I wish you could see. There's like, look, look, look. I wish you could see how many there are, because they're everywhere and there's so many. Look, do you see that? I don't know what is going on. Anyway, looks like the sun is coming up in the background. But I wanna get back to my train of thought that I was saying. I was like, I don't know, but these birds are distracting me because they're like flying. It's like hundreds of them, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 birds. I don't know if they're gearing up to go south for the winter or what, but there's a lot of them. But nonetheless, you know, if these birds decided to turn on me, I'd be in bad shape. You guys remember that movie by Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds, where they would just like started pecking people? Watch my back. Speaking of which, it took me a long time to even feel comfortable like being back in America, like not having to look over my shoulder, being able to take my cell phone out. And so I'm feeling a bit more relaxed right now. But as I was saying, you know, it's like I can't remember if the point that I was trying to make was about not waiting or having to do it yourself. I don't remember, but I'm going to pick up where I feel that I left off, or make a new point. I don't know. But I was talking about how it's like all of this stuff that happens, it's a deliberate, concerted effort. And so one thing that I realized is like, oh, I think I was talking about my meetup, and it's like I have to schedule this, I have to do this, I have to put forth the effort for this to come to fruition. And then another thing that really kind of stood out to me about the difference between life. This is one thing that I wanted to say, especially because it's like, you know, you see these stories where people are picked up and discovered, etc., right? And I realized from being behind the scenes working on my own show, working on the stuff behind my show, that sometimes people think that stuff is luck. Sometimes people think it's luck. Listen, you may be given an opportunity, but it's up to you to do the things that will ensure your longevity, or it's like the things, I don't even know how to put it, because on the one hand, the things of substance, the things that you work towards, you know what, I want to make a point, but I'm a little apprehensive about making this point, because on the one hand, there are people who are just picked up out of obscurity and then they're brought up into the limelight, and some of them don't have the substance to stay. Others of them rise to the occasion and create substantive stuff to stay, and then other people make it look easy. They make it look easy. Like someone came to me and they said something about, oh, you're so lucky, Tonya, that something was happening in my life. They said this to me recently, and I'm like, luck? This is really not luck. This is a lot of really being on top of things, sending out messages, calling people, staying on top of people, talking, asking questions. It's like a lot of preparation goes into making something look quote unquote easy. Like when you had your birthday when you were young, all you had to do was just show up. There's somebody else who had to buy the cake and do all of this other stuff, and it's like someone else had to send the invitation and answer the phone calls. Oh, where's the party? Someone had to order the balloons, and oh, bring the balloons in. Someone had to hire the clown or the whatever. Somebody had to do that, you know. And when all was said and done, oh yeah, it looked easy. It was fun. It was a birthday, you know. You had fun, but there was work that went into that. And so there's one other thing I wanted to express before I got out of here. Okay. How do I put this? The thing about crossing over to 100,000 subscribers and no ticker tape parade opening up for me, that it's really up to me to create the celebration. I realized that all of this time where I've been waiting, working, you know, sending out notices, pumping it up, and being like, oh, subscribe, because I really did get on it. I was like like after I reached 80,000 subscribers, I was really on it, and I was like, subscribe, make sure you tell people to subscribe, blah blah blah, subscribe, because I wanted to get to 100,000. It was like I wanted to get to that number, because at that point then I'd have access. But it was like I didn't do the things necessary in the between time to prepare for actually, once I crossed it, like, okay, so now I've crossed it. How is this show gonna get filmed? Where's the background set? Where's the crew to film it? You know, where's the sound person, the lighting person? Where are my outfits? You know, where are my shoes? Where are the dresses? Where are all of the things that need to be in place? The makeup artist, the hairstylist, the audience coordinator, where are all of these things? So it was like when I was, you know, working up, like, oh, once I get there, ooh, everything's gonna fall into place. But no, it's like we have to make a concerted effort to make everything fall into place. So, you know, what I've been doing behind the scenes has been just some rigorous going through videos, cutting them up, chopping them up, staying just and then also rebranding and recreating, because it's like, you know, I've wanted to have thin, sleek letters from my logo, but for some reason I never went and I did that. And I've also, there were certain things that I wanted, but it's like you have to take the time to really get that out of you. And it's like, why can't I have what I want? It's like, you know, I've been waiting for someone to come and discover me, someone to come and quote unquote save me, when it's like I have to work with what it is that I have now. I got to work with what I have now, as it is right now, not waiting for some magical moment. Not waiting for some magical moment, making this moment magical, making it look like magic. And you know, and I do have some good news, because I was able to manifest some things that are still in the works. And it's like, there's no 0 to 100 over here. Everything that's happening over here are small little increments. And I realized that that's what it's all about. Like the incrementation, all of the stuff that happens in between. It's like, this is life. This is life. I thought life was going to be something else. Life is all the ups and downs in between, the figuring things out, how you do things now. That's life. This is life. Working through stuff, going on these trips, trying to write these books. How do you deal with the day to day? That's life. That's life. This is life. And I thought it was going to be so much different. And so I'm dedicated now to the process. You know, I stopped working at TKO Skin, and I realized that there were a lot of areas which needed attention. A lot of things, like 8 years in, I don't have a demo reel. I don't even have consistent branding. I don't even have a consistent voice on my channel. You know, there are a lot of different things on my channel. There's the travel videos, there's stuff about food, there's, you know, the stuff about self-esteem, there's the stuff about dating and relationships. And I think what I'm going to do is become very narrowly focused. And the thing with my grad school did not work out. The grad school was sold and turned into an engineering school, so now I have to figure out another way to go get a degree in spiritual psychology. I just you know what, I'm gonna get out of this video because it's almost 25 minutes long, and I've been trying to work on making shorter videos, like a video like this. You know, I know that my die-hard, my core knockouts will watch, but definitely for the masses, I know that I need to make shorter videos and have them be succinct. But I'm definitely working on changing some things behind the scenes. Really, I don't want to say you are what you think you are. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I have a lot that I've been taking for granted. It's like, I have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube alone. I have more than 275,000 social media followers just all over the net. I have something here, but I've been waiting for it to look like something else. It's like, you know, there's this joke. I don't even know how the joke really goes, but it was like, someone fell in the water and was drowning, and a boat came by, and they were like, no, I'm waiting for, you know, for God to save me. And then something else came by, and they were like, no, I'm waiting for God to save me. A helicopter came by, and they were like, no, I'm waiting for God to save me. Then the person drowns, and they go up to heaven, and they're like, what happened? And, you know, God was like, look, I sent the boat at this and a plane, and you never took any of them, right? And so I think that sometimes in life, we expect for something to look a certain way, and when it doesn't look that way, a lot of birds are by me. Did you hear it or see it? Did you see it behind me? You see this? Oh, it's too much. Listen. You know what? Look at all the birds in the grass. You must see this. See, it's not just me. Look. Do you see all of them? There are a lot of them, and they're everywhere. They're covering the lawn in here. But nonetheless, you know, it's like we look for something to look a certain way, and when it doesn't look that way, we can't recognize it for what it is. Like, I thought that my success would look like a production studio coming down, getting me, creating a stage for me, creating a set, and all of this other stuff. And I'm not sure if it will look like that, but I know what it looks like right now, and I know that I have to work with what it is that I have right now. What do I have right now, and what is it that I want my show to look like? And just start doing that now, so you guys are going to see some differences over the next few weeks or few months or however long it takes. This is my direction and my goal and my mission in life, and it's like it's coming piecemeal. Different little pieces here and there adding on. Look, they're flying. Oh, you missed them. Different little pieces adding on here and there. Listen, let me let you all go. I don't want this to be a much longer video, so hug me. Hug. I love you guys so very much. Thanks for coming along with me this morning and having this talk. You know, it definitely opened up some things inside of me that were on my mind that I didn't even really know were on my mind. So I'm going to work on some of that stuff behind the scenes and just get it together, and just work with what it is that I have as I have it, not waiting for some other time, but working with what I have right now. So listen, I love you all very much. Thanks for coming along. Make sure you are subscribed. If you know any students who would like to intern PR-wise for the TonyaTko show, let me know, because I need some people on my team. All right, so listen, I love you all. Talk to you later. Peace. Remember, that's Tonya with an O, TonyaTko. Remember, go out there and love one another, but most importantly, what? Love yourself. That's right. And you guys will see what's in the mix, because I'm about to manifest some great things. Now that I'm laser focused on what it is I want, I'm about to manifest some stuff. Watch and see. Just watch. Watch.